Hello, folks, and welcome back to the After Movie Review podcast. I just finished watching Punisher One Last Kill. I'm going to make this short and sweet for you guys. It's the Punisher, John Berthal, action packed, touches on some light topics. It's 15 minutes. You can watch it while you're eating, which I probably wouldn't do that. I just feel like it's too much gore, but again, your preference. But I think you'll enjoy it. I was hooked right from the beginning all the way to the end. They introduced the character Ma. I don't know much knowledge about her. I'm not I haven't read any really Punisher comics and stuff, but I know she's a villain as well. Apparently, she has no hands or legs, but in this one, she does, and she does a phenomenal job. I don't know how the character is supposed to be portrayed, but whoever played her did a phenomenal job. She was a fucking bitch. You know what I mean? She's part of the Nuki family. Basic storyline. Frank has this is said between season 2 of Born Again and Brand New Day. I don't. The only thing I really have a problem with is they kind of didn't explain how he escaped from Fisk's prison, but I guess I don't think they need to. But he escapes. He finally finds his last family that he needs to kill, who killed his family, which is the Nuki family. He ends up killing the Nuki family. This kind of, I guess, in a way, kind of closes out the storyline of Punisher, right? Even if they choose not to kind of do a season 3 or a season 4 of the Punisher, whatever. I'm not sure what season it's on. I can't remember. But if they choose not to continue those stories, like it kind of gives it the end of that end of that storyline. Except for the fact, I guess, that Ma is still out there. So if they really did want to, they could do another season or another special. But overall, honestly amazing. Like a few moments here and there, CGI was a little bit bad, especially the scene where he jumps from the building and then he lands on the ventilator or like the metal part, and you can literally tell it's a computer generated image. But again, I don't know. It's a little minor thing. It kind of like took me out for a second, but a lot of people probably wouldn't even notice it, but I did. But like again, it wasn't that bad. You know, this character, the Punisher, is a very hot topic type of character, right? It's not your typical superhero character. He is truly the anti-hero in my opinion. We've seen multiple iterations of him where he's a little bit more sane, he's a little bit more goal orientated, and like he has like his morals kind of like in the right direction, and then we've seen takes where he's just absolutely fucking a monster and he just kills everyone, he doesn't give a fuck. And there's so many different iterations of him, but this particular iteration focuses really on the mental health of the character, to explain why he is the way he is, right? And I think what's the saddest thing about this character or this iteration of Frank is that, like, you know it's not only that his family was killed, but he also kind of, I think, realizes at this point that he kind of killed his own family too, right? Of course, he did get them killed because of what he was into, but he killed them too because he didn't get enough time to spend with them, right? His mental health was so messed up by coming back or whatever it was. You see it in these little flashbacks. I don't know if that's what it was, but you see these flashbacks and like he's hurting his family and he knows that, and he just wishes he did better, right? Um, Frank is seriously and truly damaged. Uh, he has no purpose after killing the Nuki family, but he ends up finding purpose because he ends up saving people, which again, it's it's kind of crazy because his way of saving people is killing people, where a lot of heroes don't do that, right? But he's still saving people and he has a purpose for that. And I think that's what kind of makes him stand out as as a hero in that sense, right? He's a different kind of hero, the hero who's willing to do whatever it takes, right, to end the problem right there and then instead of allowing it to come back. I feel like it does have a little bit more mercy on some characters. Like he will be a little bit more merciful going forward, right? He kind of understands that now. But if a character needs to die, he will make sure they're dead. And you see that in the end of the episode too, right? Like he's kind of much more sane now and stuff, a little bit more caught up. And he was about to let that guy go until the guy said like he took something else from me, and then he basically was like, he looked at him and he's like, "Is do I have your permission to kill him?" And the guy wanted him to kill him, and he killed him. He doesn't care, right? He wanted to enact justice. It's a different kind of justice, but it's honestly maybe the right kind of justice in his eyes. So I think it was a great special. It was 15 minutes, beautifully well done. It touches on the topics of mental health, of course. How it affects us, and like if you have these thoughts and stuff like that, you should seek some help. Always, talk to a friend, talk to a therapist, talk to whoever you need to talk to. Just know you're not alone out there. You know, you can find purpose in so many different ways, right? You can help yourself in so many different ways by helping other people. I'm not saying you need to go kill people, but like, in Frank's case, it was about saving people and protecting people and stuff like that. And that helped him in to get back his sanity and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, pretty good episode, or pretty good special. I don't know if they're going to continue as season three. I would love if they did a season three, just to see where he kind of goes, how he interacts with Ma, because Ma is now she's in play, and I really want to see if he fights back and like what she has to offer. So I'd love to see that. I don't know if they're going to do a season three of Punisher. I don't know if how many seasons of Punisher they have, or season two or three or four, or whatever it is. I don't know if they're going to continue the show, but if they do, I'd love to see how that plays out. I'm excited to see him in Brand New Day. It clearly there is a little bit more time in between this special and Brand New Day, because he seems to be a lot more sane and a lot more calmer in Brand New Day than he does in this one, because he's like slowly getting better, or somewhat better. So I would love to see where they go with that. And John Berthal, besides some of the questionable things he's done in his past of who he talks to and who he associates with, he is one of the best Punishers we've had in a very long time. He has taken this character to heart. He does give everything he's got to it. He works out, he does whatever he has to bring this character to life, and he does a beautiful job at it as well. That's something you can never take away from him. He knows his art. So if you like it, if you hate him, you don't, or you don't, if you don't like him, you'll still enjoy him as Punisher. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. But let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you guys, so please leave a comment below, and I'll catch you on the next one.